So, you want to be a writer. You've got that dream, right? But where do you even begin? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to crack open the wisdom of a true master. Let's get right into this explainer on Ruskin Bond's incredible guide, How to Be a Writer.
I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? It can feel huge. Is it just about raw talent or getting lucky? Is there some secret handshake I don't know about? Ruskin Bond's take on this is just so different, so refreshing. And it all starts with this one simple idea. And that quote, that really hits the nail on the head. This isn't about memorizing grammar rules or plot diagrams. Nope. It's about a journey to find yourself. It's about waking up that storyteller that's already in there, inside all of us. So who's the person leading us on this trip?
Let's talk about the man himself, Ruskin Bond. I mean, if you're looking for a guide on this journey, you honestly couldn't find a better one. He's known far and wide as India's most cherished author. And believe me, it's for a very good reason.
Just look at this number. It's kind of mind-blowing. Over 500 short stories, essays, novels, and he's been doing it for more than 60 years. That's not a job, that's a calling. It's a total lifelong devotion to the art of the story. Think about the experience packed into that.
And yeah, the world has definitely noticed. He's been recognized with some of the most prestigious literary and civilian awards out there. The point here is, we're getting advice from the real deal. Someone who hasn't just talked the talk, but has walked this path his entire life. So, what does he have to teach us?
Okay, so this isn't just about fluffy inspiration. Bond is super practical. He actually gives you a toolkit, you know? He lays out a tangible step-by-step path to get you from that scary blank page to a story you can be proud of.
And this is what I love about his approach. He completely demystifies the whole thing. He breaks it down into these clear, doable steps. See? It's not some kind of dark magic. It's a craft, a discipline. First, you hone your skills, then you build a routine you can actually stick with, and finally, you master the art of the edit. But we all know what happens next, right? What happens when you hit that wall?
Because, let's be real for a second, the road is never perfectly smooth. Every single writer, from the absolute beginner to a legend like Ruskin Bond, runs into roadblocks. It's just part of the game. He tackles these challenges head-on. Writer's block, self-doubt, that little voice in your head that says you're not good enough, he gets it. He knows it's all part of the process. The secret isn't trying to pretend these things don't exist, it's learning how to push through them. And that's where your why becomes absolutely crucial.
And this, right here, is the absolute heart of Bond's entire philosophy. Why are you even doing this? What's the deep down reason? Because that's the fuel that's going to keep you going when things get tough.
Okay, so Bond basically says there are two things pulling at every writer. You've got the external stuff on one side, fame, sales numbers, shiny awards, and on the other side, you've got the internal stuff, that pure joy of just making something, that love for the words, and that amazing feeling when you connect with a reader. So which one do you think is the real powerhouse?
You guessed it, all that external validation. It's nice, but it's temporary. It comes and it goes. But that love for the craft itself, the simple joy of putting words on a page, that's the stuff that lasts. That is the sustainable energy source that will fuel a whole lifetime of writing. So how do you keep that fire lit?
Well, Bond gives us some amazing down-to-earth advice. He says to remember why you fell in love with stories in the first place. Surround yourself with people who get it, who support you. Hold on to those messages from readers who were moved by your work. And find your own little rituals, whether it's a cup of tea or a short walk, that bring you back to that happy place of creation.
When you start thinking this way, your whole definition of success starts to change. It stops being about hitting some arbitrary goal, and it becomes about something so much deeper. It becomes about creating a life that is fulfilling.
Seriously, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. This simple formula is everything. It's the passion that comes from inside you, plus the resilience to keep going when it's tough, plus the community that has your back. You put those three together, and that's it. That's the recipe for a writing life that actually feels rewarding.
At the end of the day, what Bond is really telling us is that the big prize isn't the bestseller title or a fat paycheck. The prize is the life itself. It's the simple, profound satisfaction you get from living as a writer and from loving the entire messy, beautiful journey.
And so, it all comes back to you, doesn't it? Now that you've got this incredible, gentle wisdom from a true master, there's really only one thing left to ask yourself. What's the story that's waiting inside of you?